Oh, hey there, friends. Sorry, I'm a little out of sorts right now. I just can't understand some of the words in my geography assignment. Here, it says, some places are homogeneous. What does homogeneous mean? And here it says metropolitan. How am I supposed to know the meaning of that word? I just don't think I'm gonna ever be able to figure out the meanings. Am I dreaming? Ooh, what's that? Context. That's it! I can use context clues to find out the meanings of those words. Today, we're going to be learning how we can find the meanings of unknown words using context clues in sentences with definitions and examples. As always, make sure you're following along in your PDF. So, we've already learned that context clues are hints provided in texts that allow readers to understand the meanings of unknown words and phrases. Throughout this unit, we're going to be learning about all the different types of context clues. Today, we're going to be focusing on definitions and examples. Context clues that use definitions and examples reveal the meaning in a straightforward manner. However, they use different signal words and cues. First, let's talk about using definitions as a context clue. A definition clue provides the meaning of an unknown word in the sentence or in surrounding sentences. Signals that help recognize a definition context clue include the phrase "that is," commas, dashes, and parentheses. Hey, this looks like it's from one of my old homework assignments. It says, his imposing nature, that is, his grand and impressive appearance, made him the obvious candidate for head of the security team. So I can figure out the meaning of imposing by looking for signal words to find the definition in this sentence. That and is are signal words that bring me to the definition of imposing, which is grand and impressive. Let's figure out this one together. Find the meaning of paleontology in this sentence. What signals do you see here? The commas are the signal. What's the definition of paleontology? Commas surround the definition of paleontology here, which is a branch of science concerned with fossil animals and plants. Now it's your turn. Look at the following sentence and determine the definition of ocarina. What signals do you see here? Use definition context clues to find the meaning of the word. Pause here and answer in your PDF. The dashes are the signals that surround the definition of ocarina. Because of that, we know that an ocarina is a type of vessel flute. All right, now that we've got some experience with definition clues under our belts, let's move on to example context clues. This type of clue provides readers with a list of examples that help explain the meaning of the unknown word. Some signal words and phrases that will help you recognize when there's an example context clue are such as, for example, and including. Let's try to find the definition of the word noxious in this sentence. The air was full of noxious materials, such as smoke from the chemical plant and emissions from jets at the nearby airport. The signal words such as direct us to examples of noxious materials. These examples are smoke and emissions, listed here. Because of those examples, noxious must mean something harmful or poisonous. Let's take a look at another sentence. Look for context clues that represent an example clue for celestial bodies. Do you see any signal words in this sentence? Including is our signal word for the definition of celestial bodies. So what examples of celestial bodies can you see in this sentence? Celestial bodies are defined using the examples the sun, moon, and stars. These examples must mean celestial bodies are objects in space. Now try one on your own. Try to use signal words and context clues to figure out the definition of special effects. Pause the video here to answer in your PDF. These signal words, for example, hint at the definition of special effects. The sentence then gives examples such as fog machines to simulate smoke and soap flakes to represent snow. Because of the examples, we now know special effects are tricks used to create illusions for a film. I don't know about you, but I loved learning about those tricks. I especially love how they use thunder paper to make the sounds of a thunderstorm. I'm awake. Ah, man, I gotta finish my reading. Wait a minute. I can use the signal words from my dream to figure out the meanings of the words I don't know. Let's try to find the signals and context clues for homogeneous and metropolitan. We can also identify the types of context clues that are being used in these sentences. Try to find them yourself in your PDF. So, you can find the meaning of homogeneous from the signal words that is. The phrase, everyone in that area shares common traits, provides the meaning of the word homogeneous through a definition context clue. The clue for metropolitan comes with the signal words for example. The examples of what this word means in the text are Tokyo and New York, as well as tall buildings and crowded streets. The examples given here explain that metropolitan is an adjective used to describe large cities or urban areas. Whew! You know, figuring out all these tricky vocabulary words is so much easier now that I'm using context clues. Who said you can't learn something while you sleep? That's it for me today. Thank you so much for joining us, and I'll see you next time.